Back to Whiskey Dents. How would you like to win this beautiful 73 GMC cab over custom pickup? Stay tuned and I'll tell you how. Just kidding. All you gotta do is subscribe. That's it. Plain and simple. Today we're gonna be working on the box again. It's about 40 degrees warmer than our last episode. T-shirts and short weather just about. I think it's like 20 degrees. Feels great. So I canceled that order of steel. They said it was 2 to 3 weeks out. We can't wait that long. So we're just gonna piece it together with what we have. So you're watching Whiskey Dents. I'm your host, Chris. Here's the giveaway Oscar. Let's get to work. So anybody that's new to the channel, 73 GMC, big block, 4-speed, 2-speed rear end, custom bumpers. What else? We're building a custom box for it. Got some stacks. It's looking good. We're going to be filling in those bottom pieces right now. So all you gotta do is subscribe. We're almost to 10,000. I think we got like 284 to go. So let's get after it. Let's get in the garage, a little bit warmer. Actually, we should get some measurements quick. All right, so the first thing we need is some measurements. So basically what I want to do is I'm going to come down 15.5 inches. It's a pretty good start. We'll do the same in the rear. I'm not sure who Michael Montgomery is, but he sent me a sign that said, "Dreams don't work unless you do," which is freaking awesome. I'll go grab it when I go back in the house so you guys can check it out. But yeah, let's cut up some steel. All right, just to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about here. So being I got this lane here, what we're gonna do is weld this onto the bottom of the cab out there. I'm gonna have to shorten this obviously, and I'm gonna round this edge so that it follows the fender out there. So the first thing I need to do is cut this down. We'll take it out there and give it a test fit. See how it looks. I'm gonna do the same thing on the rear. That way I have some extra support in the corners. Just seems like a good idea. All right, so apparently magic markers freeze and don't write. Doesn't seem very magic now, does it? Son of a gun. Another mess somebody's got to clean up. Probably me. Surprised it shattered like that. Let me see if I can find the pieces. If I was smart, I would have just brought it inside and let it warm up. But, no, not today. Not today. All right. A little dark right here. Sorry. Anyways, tell you what doesn't freeze. The classic, always reliable, number 3 pencil. Look at that. Look at that. I ran inside, grabbed my little sign. Dreams don't work unless you do. Thanks again, Mike. I don't know how you got my address. It's a little creepy. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hang her up on the wall. Love it. You know, I just realized that we needed to get a measurement for the step because I wanted the step to be even across with our fenders once we get those installed. Anybody seen them? I know they're around here somewhere. Huh. I'll check over there. Guess what? I found it. That was really close, actually. Kind of tweaked my back a little bit. It was really in there. I think what I'm gonna do is, I was talking about putting a step right there. but realistically, that's really not that high. So this is, I believe, I don't know which side this is. It's gonna be the driver and passenger side now. I'm gonna cut it somewhere in here, and then the other side of this will be the step in the back on that side. Because this wouldn't look right here. Yeah, that's what we're doing. All right, so 13 inches is gonna be our magic number. Very nice. And 13 in the rest. Doesn't have to be perfect. Darn wire clips on these things are junk. They don't like to hold on to your pants. Hey, have you guys checked out Bill Cameron's Edge of Eternity? He is such a nice guy. He's actually sending me a diesel heater that I can put in the window to keep this place nice and toasty warm. So you probably won't have to see my breath anymore. How is that for nice? Appreciate it, buddy. Go check him out. Now, if you remember last week, we did some cardboard aided drafting. So, radius, you can kind of see it. So I'm gonna cut this at this angle, obviously, so it follows the fender, like the rest of the stuff is going to. Yeah, we're ready to cut. J-Ride Customs. J-Ride Customs. Check him out too. Cut. Give it a test fit. Make sure y'all can kind of see. Going down. Woo. Hey. It's not terrible. Clean it up a little bit later, but yeah, that's what we're shooting for right there. Obviously I'm gonna have to fill all this in, which really sucks, but what do you do? That's life. Maybe we will focus on the back real quick, and then I'm going to cut the pieces for the radius for the fender. So, back in the garage. Sorry about the crappy camera work. All right, so the rear piece. If you remember, this was the front of the original cab. We're gonna mark her 13.5 inches down, and then once I get that lopped off, we're gonna have to drill a few holes here and there for where the spot welds we're at. And we should be able to slap this piece right on there too. Winning! We gotta take a quick break because my battery is dying because apparently it doesn't like the cold. So, it's one of us. Anyways, we'll be back in a little bit. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you. Doing all this stuff outside, I make it seem like it's easy. It's really not. But I can say that if I can do it, any one of you guys can build something in your yard, you know, your backyard, your driveway, whatever. You know, just make what you have, make it work. Dreams don't work unless you do. It's kind of hard to see this pencil mark, but You know, my father can cut a pencil, a carpenter's pencil, absolutely perfect. And this will not pick it up. This looks like a beaver chewed on it and then got to the graphite and decided he didn't like it. But 1949, there was a guy running the spot welder, putting these on here, and he must have been damn good at his job because these things are on there, beating the snot out of it. I got one side loose. I can see this side. There's like maybe 4 more to go. Good times. Be right back. All right. Do a little test fit. Yeah, that's gonna look nice. Real nice. Obviously, I'm gonna have to radius this edge here. And it almost looks like I didn't even have to cut that thing off. I could have just put a little piece in there or whatever, but whatever. I think I can vice grip this on and vice grip the front. And we can get a look at it. Let's do that. What a great idea. You know, today is tomorrow's yesterday. Well, what do you think? Those are surprisingly hard to vice grip on there by myself. You know, if I had 3 hands, I'd be a dangerous man. Looks like I'm gonna have to cut some of them fenders off. Take an inch or 2 off of that where it's all beat up anyway, no problem. And I don't know, 8 inches off the back. I like it. Fill them holes in. We are looking good. Really looks tall now. What do you guys think? Huh? Let me know in the comments right now. All right, I got that other fender kind of leaning on there. I think that bumper is only going to stick out maybe an inch or 2. It's not terrible. So it looks like I'm going to need about an 8-inch filler piece. Right, yeah? And step into my office. I do have some sheet metal, but that stuff on the floor is what I use for bending up bumpers, so that's too thick. So the next thing is I cut some of this floor out. I think I can get 2 8-inch strips out of that, and that should be enough material for me. So I'm not going to record any of that, but that's getting lopped off real quick. Well, I got the old measuring tape out, and that's not even close to long enough, so I guess I don't really see a point in cutting it, because if I cut it and try to splice it, when I try to get that radius, it's where the welds are at. It's not going to roll nice. It's going to look weird. So I guess I'm forced to... I guess that I am forced to order some steel. Purely out of necessity, which is fine. I'll have them cut those 2 pieces for me and maybe a header piece for the front of the box. And I'll have them bend up a tailgate for you, for me. For the winter, I should say. So next week, we're going to have to, maybe we'll go over here a little bit. We're going to have to make another brace for right here. And actually, no. Leave that right where it's at. I will have to cut this part free and that part as well. And I'm going to put a piece of channel on there so that when the box itself comes down, that's where it'll rest. We're going to mount our bags back here. I was kind of thinking like right here. Nice spot. We'll mount a bag here, mount one on that side. We'll get a reinforcement across, and then we're going to build our hinge system for the back and get all of that welded in, and then I'll cut these loose. Then we can put some air to it and watch her tip up. It's super exciting. Super exciting. So, special shout out to Max Speeding Rods for sending me those airbags. Should we go look at them one more time? They do travel 11 inches. Da, da, da. These claps down to 5.5 inches or something like that, and they extend out like 16.5 or 17. So I'm gonna have to find a fitting for that. Shouldn't be too tough. And then, yeah, let me dig through my pile of stuff. All right, so I'm going to steal this air tank that has been sitting for quite a while. And the compressor, anybody that doesn't know, this is supposed to be a homemade crew cab. We had that cab welded on there, and it was such a fight with the doors because I was going to do suicide doors, and I just couldn't get it to work right. And it would have been like a one-piece glass, and it just wasn't worth all the struggle. So I got another cab I just need to go pick up, and we're going to weld that on there. Doors are going to open normally. But anyways, that compressor wasn't enough to pick the front up and the rear. The front sat really low for some reason. So we're going to eventually order a bigger compressor. But, so these aren't quite the same size. So I don't know if I can find a female reducer, or if I can go with a male, female, and tie that on there so that we can have the snap lock or whatever these are called, 1/4 inch. I am running 1/4 inch lines because that's what I have. And then I have this nice little switch here that I will use. I haven't decided if I want to mount it in the cab or mount it on the box. I mean, I don't think rain's going to hurt it at all. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I just mount it out here so that you can just, go up and just drop it in the snow? You can just go up and down right here or in the cab. I think I got enough line to go in the cab. I just have to leave a little excess in there for when you tip it up, and you know what I'm saying. But yeah, might as well show you what I meant. I actually found some pieces, but there's no way that I could just bend this to get that radius. Even this longer piece, I just think it would kink it. So I'll order the correct length, and I'll have them run it through the roller, I guess, so that it, maybe I'll send a fender with it. I don't know, so they can match it up. But yeah, these will be our filler pieces for the box sides now, which is awesome. All I had to do was check my scrap. I actually have a little bit more back there too if I absolutely have to do it, but I didn't want to go too thin for where I tie in with the box and the fender, because I don't want anything, like flopping around, or if I try to weld it, I don't want it distorting or any of that other happy jazz, if you know what I mean. Well, that's going to do it for this week's episode. I hope everyone enjoyed it. I know I did. Anyways, I'm ordering stickers and a few shirts. So email me if you'd like some. I don't know what I'm going to charge. I guess it depends on how much it costs to have them made and shipped out. But I talked to Billy Foster at Foster Graphics earlier today. So he's going to give me some shirts and stickers ready. My phone / camera is really not liking this cold. It will not stay charged for some reason. So we're gonna have to call her quits early today. Besides, I gotta go pick my son up from school. Little guy gets done here in a little bit, and I still need to edit and cook dinner and do dad stuff. So everybody, get out there in the garage, do some work. I'm your host, Chris. You just got done watching Whiskey Dents. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks. Tell your friends. We're so close to giving this thing away. It's not even funny. So have your kids subscribe, whatever, you know, your cousins. Just don't tell them why. And then if I announce their name, be like, hey, it's me. Anyways, you guys have a great weekend. Happy Friday. I got to work tomorrow. Boo. But I get to take my kid with. So you guys have a great day. Bye. Hey, wait. One more thing before you go. It's supposed to be in the 30s next week. So I think that's a good time to start this old gal. And maybe try to back it in the garage and not run into anything. We'll have to give it a shot. The reason I was trying to leave it out here is because I needed to finish the exhaust, and I really didn't want to do it underneath it. I wanted to just tip the cab up and do it that way, but we can always save that till last. I mean, there really isn't that much anyway, but anyways, that's it. All right, see you guys later. Bye. Oh, dreams don't work unless you do. Goodbye. So anybody that didn't know, this is Classic Car Revival's 63 Ford dually with the custom box. He's giving it away. All you gotta do is subscribe. Oh, this side looks much better. Look at that fender.